This dude means business, yes. But I'm just trying to figure out where his, well, who he also voices. It's like I hear him, and I'm also trying to figure out. I know I've heard this voice many times. Just trying to figure out where. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out at some point. Yeah, Knight Commander of the establishment. What an honor. My name is Faye Keto. I'm the owner of the half measure. How should I address you? I ask because some don't like undue familiarity, while others scoff at the tediousness of ceremony and titles. You may call me by my name. Deal. I know your name, of course. Who in Dresden doesn't? So, what can I do for you? Wine, meal, heart-to-heart talk? Heart-to-heart talk? How is that such a young lad owns a tavern? Before the siege of Dresden, the half-measure belonged to a distant relative. I won't bore you with the details of how his family died, just 3 words. Demon worshippers and sacrifice should be enough. Maybe it reminds me of another dwarf who was in Pathfinder. It's not harem. If that's who you're thinking. That's not harem. I don't think so. It is? No. No. No, I don't believe it. What? Huh. No. Okay. But no, I wasn't actually thinking of harem. I was actually thinking of another voice that he does. Now that the city has been liberated, okay. Half Measure is a strange name for a tavern. Scotty Ray, who played Harem, is now playing Greyboar, a mysterious hired killer. Huh. Well, Okay. Oh, that's a family story. It's not for the faint-hearted. But even your reaction was not harem. Of all the dwarves, why did you think him? That literally was my thought. It's like, no, it's not harem. I didn't even know. I still don't believe it. That does not sound like harem. But apparently it is. All right, Scotty. He beamed me up. Anyways, one day before the Wardstone were erected, giggity, a peasant family got lost on the way to the fair and ended up near the borders of the Whirlwind. They stumbled upon a bored demon who killed the father right away. He then asked the mother if she'd prefer him to take all her children or only half of them. The sobbing woman looked at three darlings and said half. The demon promptly cut the arms and legs off of all three of the children and said, "I guess that's even," and disappeared. Okay. People across Dresden heard this story after the family found shelter at the local temple of Iomade. For many years, they saved up for regeneration spell so the children could be made whole again. They eventually scraped together enough for just one scroll and decided to give it to the youngest child a second chance at life. He soon became the tavern's first owner and called it the half measure in memory of his family and the terrible incident with the demon. He had a good life for a time, got himself married, and always planned to help his brother and sister, though he never got a proper chance. When the demons had Dresden surrounded, the poor cripples tried to run for their lives, but they died on the spot. Brother and his wife died a little later at the hands of the deserters. No. There were rumors that the same demon that butchered the family came to Dresden and made a den of the half measure. If that's true, I guess he got what he deserved when you freed the city. That's the story. Why do you like sitting on the counter? 2 reasons. Dresden isn't the biggest city, but it still has a few taverns and pubs. To compete with the others, I need people to remember my establishment and myself. That's the first reason. A tavern keeper who sits on the counter definitely sticks out from the others who prefer to stand behind their bars. All dignified. Believe me, you're not the first one to ask. Sooner or later, every customer does. The second reason is the place's atmosphere. People should feel relaxed here. Life near the Whirlwind is hard enough. Folks don't go to the taverns looking to cause each other more trouble, so I allow certain liberties, myself included. I even think of hosting an invigorating brawl here on the 5th of every month. I'll let my favorite customers break glasses and swing on the chandelier. This guy's crazy. Oh, what's the feeling? What's the feeling here in the city? I can only tell you about my customers that are mostly working folks. The ones who are rebuilding what's been destroyed, along with soldiers and some merchants. Overall, spirits are high as they can be in Mendiv. National routing sabers and fluttering banners. Everyone loves it when the demons get their horns, tails, and other parts handed to them. They've already forgotten that we nearly lost Canabras. War is like that. People live for one day, and then the day's tomorrow. And that day is tomorrow, not yesterday. You've been a source of joy and inspiration for everyone as well. A simple lad leading the fight against the demons and defeating them, and running rings around all the arrogant queen's knights. People like stories like that. That's me, all right. Just a simple guy, an ordinary Dhampir, a walking undead. Nothing unusual about that. Yes. So you're a little bit undead. Who cares? As if anyone in these parts is still surprised by unusual things. Locals are used to tieflings and Dhampir. Are used to tieflings and Dhampirs don't even have horns. By our standards, you're completely unremarkable. So let's raise our glasses to warm blood and may we stand united in the struggles to come. You should also be mentioning how I am a paladin with holy righteousness and powers. Yeah. Anyways, what do your customers say about my new powers? They say you're an angel from heaven, but you hide it so you can be closer to the people. Not that I really believe it, but if I think about it, a halo and wings would really suit you. But the most important question is, do angels drink? Let's put it to the test. Let's see what you have to offer. What? Oh my god, I can just grab this and just be like, hey guys. Too bad it's not too bad it's not a cold iron. Igniting weapon functions as a flaming weapon that also causes the target to catch fire upon striking it with a successful critical hit. The target have to pass Fortitude saving throw DC 20 or suffer 1d6 flaming damage each round and can make a save each round on its turn to put out the fire. That seems really good. What do you do? Oh, the target becomes disoriented 1d4 rounds, suffering a -4 circumstance penalty to initiative checks. Attack rolls and athletics. Oh, screw that. Well, I'm definitely going to need those. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But there's a slight chance I might be coming back. Mulled wine. Sure, I'll take that. There's a good chance I might be coming back to buy this. I mean, I could literally just buy it right now if I wanted to. I have 50,000K. Yeah, that's something to buy. Just the unfortunate part is it's not cold iron. Still nothing on that. I feel like I'm really missing something with this, with that. Oh, well, hello, Greybor. Let's love. Oh, you're a Slayer. Well, hi. What kind of Slayer? Straight Slayer? Hey, you're just a straight Slayer. Dwarven War Axe. You're a two-handed fighter like... you're a two-weapon fighter like me, huh? Okay. Rogue with this talent can designate a single enemy she is adjacent to as her prey. That seems actually pretty good. Now, I need to get him combat reflexes. Well, hello, sir. Yeah, you're just straight up a strength-based character. So okay.
Let's see what we can do.
WoTR gives you a friendly smile. Can the ever-bright Crusaders be of your service to you, Commander? Morveg, keep it. The Crusader turns to the young lad standing next to him and wags his finger at him with ostentatious strictness. Morveg, keep it to yourself. If you keep interrupting your elders, you'll be mucking out the stables for a week. I want to ask you a few questions about yourself. About me? This here cold villain? Or me, the glorious ever-bright Crusader and the leader of my order? Leader of the order, also known as Sir Dandelion. The old man turns to the lad and reprimands him loudly but kindly. Morveg, you insolent Kellid whelp, show some respect for your mentor's age, or do you think you'll never grow old yourself? That's hilarious. I want to know about your past. About my life before the order? It was so long ago. As a boy, I decided there was too much evil in the world. Someone had to do something about it. Try to fix it. I decided to become a priest, but then I saw the ever-bright Crusaders. So proud, so pure. And then someone next to me said, "What arrogant snobs." And he was right. We ever-bright Crusaders actually are a little arrogant. So I thought maybe these invincible snobs could use the help and companionship of such a simple and warm-hearted lad like myself. Who knew that years later I would become their leader? Tell me about your order. The ever-bright Crusaders are not the oldest order, but our traditions are solid. For us, fighting the Whirlwind is not a war, it's our service. We dedicate our lives to it, and also our souls. We have high standards and live under many restrictions. We have no families, drink no liquor, play no games of chance, accumulate no wealth, and own no lands, even if we were entitled to them by birth. Wow. We reject everything that distracts us, that draws us to a peaceful life, for our hearts are always turned to war. But excuse me. But war is grim, ugly thing that makes wicked everyone who takes part in it, and we keep our hearts pure so that we are not left sickened by war. so that our light does not fade, because darkness can only be overcome by light. Who's the lad that keeps following you around? This is Morveg. He is a Kelid from these parts. When the world wound opened, his family was forced to flee. What a life they had. Poor, always hungry, cast aside by the world. When they didn't have any bread, they fed on rage and vengeance. We caught this boy on the road. He was walking north to Dresden to kill demons. Dirty... Oh, excuse me, jeez. Anyways, dirty, gaunt, just looking at him made you want to weep. We picked him up, trained him. He is hot-headed and lack discipline, but he's also smart and brave. When I look at him, I see the future of the ever-bright Crusaders. I can help you, Commander. So who are you? My name is Morbeg. My family used to live here in Sarkoris. The world wound forces made us homeless. Most of our clan died of starvation and disease. We've been wandering the River Kingdom, begging, losing people, but we've never forgotten who we were and where we came from. When I heard another crusade had been declared, I came here to fight the demons and claim vengeance for the homeland of my ancestors. 1 second. It's the change of the seasons, chat. Everything's changing. The temperature, weather, all that. I know that's what my nose is telling me right now. And it sucks. What do you think of Sierra? The boy, excuse me, looks at the old man standing next to him with sincere gratitude. He got a big heart. He picked me up, gave me food and clothes, took me on as an apprentice. Although I was no one to him, us vagabonds don't often come across generosity like that. Sierra's kind to me, but my master's nature is too soft. He doesn't understand that it's impossible to keep your soul pure when you fight demons. We Kellids of Sarkoris have learned this bitter truth. We know that any means are justified for fighting demons, but Sierra can't see that we're right. We paid for the privilege of hindsight with a sea of blood and the loss of our homeland. Interesting. Okay, we got the blacksmith. Where's the blacksmith? Exotic weapon here. Jeweler. Arsinoe. There's loot all over the places. I'm definitely gonna have to go say hi to Nura. I'm sorry, that peasant almost looked like another Dhampir. Anyways. Greetings, Commander. My name is Arsinoe. I am a messenger from the Temple of Abadar and Absalom. I came here assuming the defenders of the fortress could use the services of a cleric. Perhaps you've heard about the wound that sometimes opened in my chest. Are you familiar with this kind of ailment? Arsinoe quickly probes you with the skill of an experienced healer. So the wound was right here, and then it disappeared and reappeared. Amazing. No, this is the first time I've heard of such magic. What do you think it might be? I think it is some kind of demonic corruption, or particles of chaos from the abyss have entered through the wound into your body and made it so unstable. It sounds quite interesting. Incidentally, judging from the records of researchers by the abyss, stranger things have happened in this cursed land. Can you give me some advice on how to heal it? I'm sure that you've already used the purification and chaos warding spells, and for obvious reasons, you do not have the option of leaving the campaign and going on a long pilgrimage to various shrines. Since that's the case, keep a diary. Make careful and systematic entries about your well-being. If it gets worse, record the circumstances under which it happens. I'm afraid this is the only advice I can offer you right now. Want to try to heal me? I'm sorry, but I do not have the right to do that. A healer who makes a blind attempt to heal a patient who is not on the verge of death is an irresponsible fool. You do not seem to be dying, so we will not take any unnecessary risks. doesn't think doesn't see like doesn't think I'm like not dying. I'm already partially dead. Thank you. It all makes sense now. Take care of yourself. What service do you provide? I can sell you various divine scrolls, even if you don't have any. Have anyone in your party who can read them. I'll be happy to read it for you right here. However, take care out there on your travels. A scroll is useless without someone who can read it. Use a scroll while you're on the move. You'll need a spellcaster. Tell me more about Avatar. Okay. Patron deity of law. How did you end up in Dresden? My story has grown larger and longer over the years, yet sadly, it never gets any more interesting. I was born and raised in Absalom. Soon I realized that bringing the world of Avatar to places where it's already been heard was too easy a challenge for a cleric like me. I have traveled all across Galarian since then, watching civilization bring enlightenment to the wildest of places. This brings joy to my heart and makes me feel like I serve my God with my deeds and not only with my words. Okay. The tiny barony and the stolen lands that had been my home for a very long time. Oh, her. Wasn't she the cleric in the? Okay, all right, okay. Very long time, eventually turned into a strong and prosperous kingdom, and I felt that I had to go somewhere else and bring the blessing of Avatar to someone who really needed it. Okay. I was wondering why that name sounded so familiar. It will take quite a long time for Dresden to recover and become an unfailing stronghold once again. I'll do my very best to help. You're an Asmar, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yes, I'm an Asmar. Hard to miss it, isn't it? I look exactly like my great-great-grandmother, but I am the only one among my kin to have Asmar blood manifest so visibly in my appearance. I have to admit that it is a very fortunate coincidence. My Asmar features are rather appealing. Okay, I see that you have consecrated the altar of Abadar. And so I have, and before you ask me why I did this when there is a temple of Iomade in Dresden, I will answer. Even though my god is the ally of the inheritors, some still prefer to pray and trust to Abadar instead of her. After all, my humble altar is no worse at removing the corruption of the abyss than the grandiose altar and the temple of Iomade. Well, anyways. I will definitely take that. Can I get a scroll of restoration, please? Just simple restoration, please. Here we are. You're level 4. So copying that to my spellbook would be pretty useless, I believe. Boom. We are no longer negative levels, chat. Haha. Since I haven't done any of these, let's take a look. Yeah, I didn't think so. That was literally just for my alchemist. as a just in case. I'm just gonna go ahead and reset that.